Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, the 22nd day of September 2022. It is Thursday of the 25th week of Ordinary Time, the 25th week of the year. Coming to you still from Wrightsville Beach. This is the last day of, last full day, actually. Last full day of priest retreat for the diocese. Hopefully you've been praying for all the priests of the diocese. It ends tomorrow with Mass at 8:30. So everybody can then check out from the hotel and go home. So last full day of priest retreat here at Wrightsville Beach. Today's readings, we finally have a day that doesn't have a martyr or a saint on it, and it's a regular ordinary day. So we moved from Proverbs in the meantime, as we had all these other saints or whatever it is, to Ecclesiastes. And here we have the great passage from Ecclesiastes about vanity. Vanity of vanities, says Koheleth, all is vanity. It is a downer of a reading. It is a downer of a passage. It's basically how nothing is useful, everything is useless, nothing is good, everything's bad, everyone's going to end up dead or something like that. And so it's just not, it's not the best kind of reading in many ways. However, it is meant to be a reading to remind us, again, of our finitude, the fact that we are not perfect, we do not live forever, we do not have some kind of protection or whatever it is that saves us from the world's pains and whatever it is. But we are still supposed to be people who do something. We are supposed to be people who still contribute. We are supposed to be people who create something out of what it is that God has given to us. Perhaps the greatest pain and the greatest sadness is when we do not use what it is that God has given us, or we give up on everything already because everything just seems to be lost and of no value. And again, as Koheleth says, nothing is new under the sun, etc., etc. That, again, is more for the world to understand, the world to believe. And while we do live in the world, we are not called ever to be entrapped by it, by its depression, by its sadness, by its anxieties, and by its fears. Our allegiance is to something more, and we are always called and created to be something more. The rest of Ecclesiastes goes on to describe that. We just have that one thing about vanities and things like that that we hear today. So remember that there's always something more to us and about us. In Luke's gospel today, not much. Again, everybody's talking about Jesus because he's got fame and everything else like that. And Herod is interested in him too. And when they come up with all kinds of ideas about who this Jesus could be, Elijah, John the Baptist, whatever it is, Herod basically knocks all those down and saying, no, it isn't, I killed John the Baptist. But Herod is intrigued. And he wants to be able to see him. He wants to be able to encounter him. Now, why? Again, is this intrigue that... Is he intrigued because he just wants to see Jesus's novelty or anything else like that? Or is he intrigued because there is something about what it is that Herod hears Jesus saying that Herod wants to try to live himself? We will see when it comes to the Passion that Jesus is sent to Herod by Pilate, and basically Herod just mocks him. And Jesus Christ Superstar, the great musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice, has a very funny song about that. But the idea is always, again, why do people want to see Jesus? Why do people want to? Why do people want to be in his company? Why do they want to get to know more about him? For pure entertainment, for selfish reasons, or to have a change of heart and a conversion, a transformation of life that leads to wholeness and fullness. And may the Lord